Well, thanks so much for coming by, checking out my blog and everything. I really appreciate that. I definitely hope that you found the information on here to be somewhat informative to you. But I'm making this recording here right now just to tell you a little bit about myself, just to tell you a little bit about my story. I'm sorry, my story, my background. First of all, my name is Karen Carter. 30 something year old black female that reside in the state of Florida. Basically, I'll say this here pertaining to the internet, making money off the internet and everything. I started in at the end of 2008. I was let go from a tech position that I had in that year, a couple months before I started searching out how in the world do I make money online. So I had just received my degree from college, along with my student grants. I'm sorry, student loans. I received all of that, and had this job for a few months, and that was it. And when I was let go, it's like, okay, you go everywhere, and in the industry that I'm in, which is IT, that's software, hardware installations, networking, things like this. It just seemed like there was no positions available. I went to hospitals, I went to educational facilities, I went to different places, and they already had positions filled, and those people sure were not going to let those jobs go. Definitely seniors in those positions also, and I was just really starting out. I knew my stuff, but still I'm considered entry level. So I did indeed go and try to find positions in other places and other things, and I'm telling you, when McDonald's don't hire you, you have a problem. I'm just saying, man, it was rough. So I said, okay, you know what? There are no jobs. I get it. I'm looking at the economy. I'm seeing the dollar being inflated. I'm checking out the wars. I'm looking at everything. All the manufacturing jobs, everything's being shipped off to other countries. And I said, okay, I need to do something. I've got to do something. And so I turned to the computer because, hey, I'm a geek. I'm an IT tech. And went and posted ads on Craigslist and Backpage and all these things of, hey, I'll fix your computer for this amount, and free diagnostics, da da da. And so I'm thinking I'm doing something big. And then when I go and look for the competition, it was pages and pages of people saying the same thing, charging way low prices. I mean, I couldn't charge $10 to fix a computer. I mean, I couldn't, just to get gas to get to where they are. I would lose. So I saw, wow, we're all in this together, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty rough. So I said, okay, that's going to have to be out, even though it's the love of my life. What can I do? So I thought about eBay, and which I did. I got on eBay, and I remember it was around February, and I remember because it was Valentine's Day, and I made about $1,000, if not a little over $1,000 on eBay. Now that was my gross, not my net. I can't really tell you what my net was, but I'll tell you, I was like, wow, this eBay thing is hot. And what I was doing was I was selling things from the dollar store. If you ever heard of the dollar store, Dollar General, 99-cent store. Well, we had a dollar store in my area, and I went and bought a bunch of Valentine like soaps and calling cards and stuff like that. I buy it for $1 plus tax, of course. And I would sell it for $5 to $7 online and on eBay, and it worked out just great. I mean, I got order after order after order. I mean, I was selling this, all this Valentine's stuff, and then Valentine's Day was over, and boom, that was the end of that income. And so I still tried to sell other things from the dollar store, and I still tried to sell other things in general. And the only thing that we really sell was cell phones. And I said, okay, this is not helping. I mean, it helped a little bit, but not a lot, because I buy a cell phone for 10, sell it for 20 or 25, and then after you add up the shipping, eBay's fees for listing fees, selling fees, all of this good stuff, PayPal fees. I mean, it wasn't really panning up because I wasn't selling enough to do it. So then I thought about drop shipping all this stuff. I mean, really, so I went through it with eBay. I did some other things online, also posting ads and things, such as if you ever heard of the credit score things, I forget exactly what it's called, but basically if you get someone to sign up to get their credit score done, or different little things like that, where they do a free trial, you get 20 to 25 bucks and you get it instantly paid to your PayPal. And I mean, I did that for a little while and it did good. I mean, it did really good. I was making a couple $100 a day posting ads on Craigslist. And then Craigslist decided to start doing this thing called ghosting. Oh my God. Well, that was the end of that business once they started ghosting my ads. So back to the drawing board. It was really hard. So then I said, what can I do? What can I do? And got into affiliate marketing. Okay. Affiliate marketing, that's for the big boys. I'll tell you, I'll put it to you this way. I bought so many products, starting with Google Sniper. I think the guy's name was George Smith. It was George. I forget the last name. But he did Google Sniper. And that was a really, really good affiliate product. And I definitely was glad for it because he taught you how to get on the first page of Google. And therefore, you can make sales and everything. But I did not realize at the same time that it's so much entailed. I thought, hey, you just post this link. That's it. You put up this page. That's it. And a lot of these gurus that I was buying their products, not George, but, well, he just taught you how to get on the first page of Google, and he did a fine job of it. But I'll tell you the truth, there's much more to selling things online. You do have to have understanding of marketing, advertising, sales, getting traffic, copywriting, just so many things, demographics. It's things you have to understand that when you get these guru products, they don't tell you about. So I bought product after product after product, one today after product after. I even had my lights cut off one time trying to go out on a risk making some apps for iTunes. I still get a couple of checks for that every now and again, for a couple of apps that I put out there, but I didn't know the competition was so horrible. By the time I got in, it was over 300,000 apps out there. And I thought, I'm going to just make it. I'm going to, it's going to be wonderful. Angry Birds, if somebody will make millions and millions over this stupid thing. I mean, look, I was offering IT services and then I had a dating app. So I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to be filthy rich. And no, a couple dollars here and a couple dollars there. So I had to pay all these fees to Apple just to set it up, just to get the correct things, to make the app and everything. My lights got cut off. It was a horrible time because I spent my light bill money on this thing. And I want to say this, that I took risks. I took risks because I didn't want to work for people anymore. I saw what the economy was going through. I saw what condition the world was in altogether. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have to make it happen. I'm going to have to become an entrepreneur some way, somehow. I will fight to the freaking death. I will fight. And I was losing a lot. I was losing quite a bit. But you know what? Those are your battle scars. Those are my battle scars, and I wear them well. I wear them well. Because you know what? In the industry of being an entrepreneur, I don't care what type of entrepreneur you are, whether you're online, offline, in between the line, it's all about failing to success. You fail until you're successful. And that's just the truth of the fact of the matter. There are huge risks, but there's huge rewards if you endure and go into the end, and it can be consequences. Like I said, my lights got cut off. That was a consequence, and that was for that. So, I mean, I'm just saying all that to say this. I've been through a lot, and finally 2012 comes. So it's been about 4 years, and then finally 2012 comes, and bam, I started making money online with Fiverr. I started making like over $1,000 a month on Fiverr, believe it or not. And all I was doing was sending this cheap traffic to people's websites, videos, blogs, and whatever they wanted to send to. And it was like easy money. I was making all this money, from Fiverr. It was from Fiverr. And I mean, it really was no skill needed. I just knew stuff that people didn't know. And I knew where to get super duper cheap traffic. And I used that to my advantage. So that's where I first started making some money online, 2012. But then Commission Junction, I started learning more about affiliate in the affiliate process and exactly what it takes to make it. And I think June was when I got my first check with Commission Junction. I've been getting checks from them ever since then. And then it's just so crazy. It's so funny. Link share, because the thing is this, okay? Once you understand the certain fundamental and foundation and everything, it just seems like money comes to you, and it's just like it comes to you. And I know that it's going to keep coming. So then I got into network marketing. So it's like, okay, I'm basically making a few thousand, at least $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And that right there, if you look at it, that's 60 grand a year. So I'm thinking, okay, I basically know I got this down pack. I got it covered. I'm good. I finally made it. I'm so